You think for the first one I would have stacked the deck here, but no. You either need a cosigner that can bring more income to the table, and the other is muscle through with more cash. Ever wonder if you would qualify for a mortgage? Deal the cards, build the borrower, and find out. This is Build a Borrower. All right, number one. Oh, not off to a good start. So we've got $3,000 a month of income. Well, we got a lot of cash to work with. 140,000 cash. Great start with that. And we've got a 640 FICO score. Okay, so this isn't looking super great. Wow. Okay, you think for the first one I would have stacked the deck here, but no. Okay, and we have 20% of their income is going to be debt. All right, so that's a heavy debt load. So on $3,000 worth of income, we have $600 of monthly debt. All right. And finally, they're looking to purchase something in the $700,000 purchase range. I can tell you right now, it's probably not going to happen. All right, but let's break this down real quick. So the way that we're gonna qualify them is $3,000 a month of income. Usually, we're just going to divide that by 2. So we've got $1,500 a month, and then we need to subtract their $600 a month of debt, and we're left with $900 a month of qualifiable payment for principal, interest, taxes, insurance, the whole deal. Okay. Now, the thing they do have going for them is that they have $140,000 worth of cash. All right. So, what can we do with that? I can tell you right now, it's certainly not going to hit the $700,000 mark. Let's just go after our baseline of $300,000 and see if we can get them qualified for that. We're going to want to throw everything we've got at this. Let's hold back in reserve anywhere from 12 to 15,000 for closing costs and prepaid. In reality, we have $120,000 to work with. On a $300,000 purchase, we're left with a loan amount of $180,000. Okay. Now, 640, this is heavily going to affect the interest rate. All right. Again, a big muscle we're flexing here is the amount of cash we have to work with, which means that our LTV is going to be lower, or loan to value. And this 120 down is going to be a 40% down payment. That gives us a 60% loan to value, which is our magic number to essentially negate the biggest effects of having a lower FICO score for the interest rate. We're sitting at basically a 6.25% interest rate, roughly a 6.391 APR. Okay, so this is a 30-year fixed conventional product. Nothing exotic. This is plain vanilla right now. So let's break down what they're landing at then. The principal and interest payment is going to be the interest rate and the loan amount. And right now that's landing at $1,108, which for all intents and purposes essentially is a bracket buster, right? Because we know that they can only qualify for $900, but let's just finish it out here. Taxes on this property, on a $300,000 property, we're going to base at 1.25%, and that comes out on a monthly basis to $312.50. HOI, or homeowners insurance, let's just put $100. So all in all, you look at this and we're ending up with a total monthly payment of $1,520.50. Okay, so we're over our budget by $600, or I should say our total qualification that we can work with here, and we're less than half of what they actually wanted here. So in reality, you look at it and say, what are our options? This basically comes down to 2 different things. Number one, you either need a cosigner that can bring more income to the table. Okay. Remember, all the other factors go into it with a cosigner as well. What kind of debts do they have? Is their FICO score worse than this 640? If it's better, we still have to go off 640. If it's worse than the 640, we have to use the lower of the 2. And the other is muscle through with more cash, right? Whether that's a gift, tapping a 401k via a loan, not my favorite way to do things, and then you essentially are starting to become a cash buyer, right? Or a much smaller loan of $100,000 or so. But those are the biggest options that you have available to you. If you'd like me to break down your specific scenario to see if you can qualify for a home in your price range, DM me and we can schedule a call to get started.